Access granted. Anomaly detected. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program in access granted.
Hence the red blue.
Nestedse.
Access granted. Access granted.
Data. It's gone.
Not right. And it has to be a violation of our rights. Back it up!
I have a job. Don't get in my way.
Back up! Back!
If I have to arrest someone to get their respect, that's their own stupid fault.
You got any loopholes, Trust? I'm getting the jitters here.
Think this is abuse of authority?
It's not right!
This is none of your concern.
Where is the proof? And it has to be a violation of our rights.
I'm one of the nicest police officers in the city.
Please, back away from the scene.
Připomínáme, že v Praze až do odvolání platí stav nouze.
Return the call, City.
Despite all the bad that Tiger's love to keep out of Russia, he did a lot of good to keep inside Golden City.
What good ever happened to that hell?
Water, food, security, gave people work, gave them a purpose, something to look forward to every day. And that's not even counting the riots.
You seem to know a lot about that.
I'd rather listen to it.
The Czech Republic's economic boom coincided with policies and incentives directed at augmented labour throughout the world. We hopefully it will come to us and help make it the modern market it is today. However, this sudden influx of talented workers posed some unexpected challenges. It was one thing to invite thousands of workers to turn Prague into a mirror of its time, quite another to house them. In response to housing crisis, the government hired substantial construct a massive, one-of-a-kind property from the outskirts. Today, the Utrecht has served as shining stars in little rooms. So, the next time you're admiring Prague, don't forget to visit the outskirts and explore the wondrous housing projects that help you live.
Connor.
Státní policie má oprávnění během stavu nouze vykonávat prohlídky. Prosíme o spolupráci za všech okolností. Mějte prosím připravený průkaz totožnosti.
The premises are secure. Continuing general patrol mode.
Not know why I never get to work the checkpoint.
This area is restricted to you, Og. You're, not on the guest list.
You looking for permit? She'll come around. There I am. Getting a little worried. That's right. There's too many of us. Too many shares in the thing.
Trace program initiated. Access granted.
I hope you're not Edward Broad, because you don't look at all like the picture.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Arts and crafts?
Looks like an old toy factory to me. Except something tells me it's not toys you make here.
This is Drahomir's place. The men outside are his men. They use it to... well, to run whatever scam they have going at the time.
And what scam do they have going right now?
Documents. I make forgeries for Drahomir and his men. Fake permits and passports and police credentials. Whatever he wants, or whatever he thinks he can push on people. Basically, if Drahomir tells me to make it, I make it.
So it's a forgery ring, and you're pretty much at the heart of it.
Makes me sound like a ringleader. Milena is no ringleader. I'm not very good at saying no to people who point guns at me.
How did you get mixed up with these scam artists?
I started forging documents to help my friends. There were people in my life I didn't want to lose. To watch someone get displaced just because they are augmented.
Displaced to the Utulek complex, Golem City.
There are people there who do not deserve to be. They are sent to hell simply because their permits aren't up to date enough.
So you work for these guys because you think it's the right thing to do?
I work for them because they scare me. The men outside, their job is to protect me. Either I fulfill the orders Drahomir throws at me, or he does that whole gun-waving thing. I do not like guns.
What else can you tell me about Drahomir?
He runs a fake police checkpoint with some friends of his. The police credentials I made for them, they are some of my best work. Very convincing. Unfortunately.
So the real cops, they think Drahomir is one of them?
Either that, or he pays them off. They say there is a brotherhood among police officers. I guess it extends even to the fake ones.
Where do I find Drahomir?
He controls a fake police checkpoint just down the street. It is where he stops people and extorts them. Preys on their fears, their desperation. If you're lucky, he charges you some ridiculous amount in exchange for one of my fake docs.
And if you're not lucky?
He will string you along. Funnel you into an endless series of promises and payments. For some, it never ends.
And all this happens in broad daylight in the middle of the street?
Amazing what people would tolerate when they are scared. A man with a gun and a fake uniform stops you in the street, tells you you must go somewhere, pay for something. Most people will do whatever he wants. But you are not like most people, are you?
You think I just walk around shooting people?
Don't you?
I like knowing there are other options.
Okay, so stab him, scare him, or get the police to do their job for once. I remember Drahomir mentioning this cop who threatened him. She was hanging around his checkpoint. Who knows? Maybe there really is one good cop in Prague.
That sounds like the safest bet. Otherwise, you're asking me to pick a fight with a bunch of guys in uniforms, scam artists or not.
The whole city would come down on you. Still, up to you how you want to handle it.
Right. And just so we're clear, you are going to stop forging documents now.
I don't like getting into trouble. And even worse is other people suffering because of me. No more faking documents ever again. Unless someone really needed one. Then I'd probably do it. I mean, if we knew for a fact that we could help someone, we should do whatever we can, right?
It depends what you have in mind.
The docs I make, they really can fool the authorities. Sort of.
Sort of.
Drahomir flooded the streets with forgeries, so the city started tracking more, adding scanners, validation numbers. Now, unless one of my permits gets activated in the city database, it's just plastic.
So you're telling me these people pay for forgeries and then probably get deported anyway?
It doesn't have to be that way. I have 2 permits that I literally just made, if you're willing.
Alright, how do we help?
Their names are Edward Broad and Irenka Bauer. Drahomir was going to charge them like 20 more times. But maybe you could just give them the forgeries? Early Christmas present?
You said it's just plastic, that people get deported anyway. How does this help them?
I think I know how to get them activated. As long as you're willing to follow through.
Alright. I'll go meet Edward and Irenka. In the meantime, are you going to be okay here?
Once they learn that Drahomir's been taken care of, the others will leave me alone. He's the one I'm scared of. By the way, there is a safe over there where they keep their money. I'll give you the code. 2489. Feel free to help yourself.
What about you?
Way ahead of you.
Computer, they'll have to find their way through about 400,000 folders of porn before they find any solid info on us.
Please. None of us are safe for as long as Drahomir is out there.
How many times did Drahomir charge Edward and Irenka already?
I don't know the exact numbers. Many times, that is for sure. People like Edward and Irenka, they are willing to keep paying. And people like Drahomir, they know this.
They're that desperate to stay in Prague.
Desperate to stay out of Golem. Edward, I think he has family here. And Irenka, she thinks she's someone else. Some kind of robot. Anyway, Drahomir took advantage of this. kept charging both versions of her until there was nothing left.
What do I need to know to take down Drahomir?
He and his fake police checkpoint are beyond the archway, just down the street from here.
So I'm supposed to start a fight in the middle of my own neighborhood, with guys who look like cops.
Better if the real police don't see you. Though there may be a safer way. Drahomir said there is this one female cop who suspects him, and who might actually have the courage to do something. Find her, tell her the truth, and who knows?
I'm gonna do what I can. You just be careful.
have heard of people disappearing before. The authorities make people disappear all the time.
Pretty obvious what happened here.
If you saw, you can't let them get
By
away.
now?
Tell us.
Johnny's not going
She had enemies. Tabloids write that shit to something.
I know.
You can't let them get away with this.
Do me.
I recognize you. We're neighbors. I've seen you in our building. You're very difficult to miss. By chance, did someone send you to investigate?
No, no one sent me. What happened here?
It's horrible. An augmented woman was killed, just outside of where we live. She looks like she was my age.
Do you have any idea who she was?
No, I've never seen her before. It's so sad that nothing will be done about this. Org victims are not high on the list of police priorities. To them, it's like a dog lying in the street. You're not a cop, are you?
I work with someone else, another agency.
That's perfect. You outrank the police?
Depends who you ask.
The detective here, he's not willing.
What about you? What's your interest in all this? Morbid curiosity?
Oh, no. I want nothing more than to go home. Detective Montag, he's making me stay. He thinks I saw something.
Did you see something?
Maybe. I think I would rather not say, to be honest. Because if I had seen something, and if I started talking about it, wouldn't that put me in danger?
You may not think much of the police here. I may not think much of them either. But that doesn't mean you should hold back information.
They don't have it in them to protect me. They have neither the will nor the courage.
Be that as it may, still probably your best hope for helping to catch the killer.
I know. It's just that I don't trust the police. I would feel safer with someone like you. You have more reason to be invested in this than they do. You're augmented, like the victim was. And you look like you could actually protect me.
It's not my case.
But maybe you could help. Please, neighbor. Talk to Detective Montag. At least see how it's going. Make sure he doesn't think he's on vacation just because the victim is an orc.
Like I said, it's not my case.
It's no one's case. Detective Montag is as good as retired already. The police here, they don't care about murders involving orcs. So if you change your mind, rest assured, the killer will still be free.
How come she talks to him and not to me?
Daria says something, but apparently she doesn't talk to cops. It's not pretty, is it? It's not pretty, is it?
Away from the crime scene, sir. If it wasn't for Johnny, I might have pegged you for this.
I need your help. Please. Have you changed your mind?
Like I said, it's not my case.
It's no one's case.
Did you see that murder scene? Did you see what they did to her?
I'm telling you right... Please. I'm telling you right now. I'm not
Státní policie
I'm
je
nearly homeless and I'm an addict.
vlastní bezpečnost. Dbejte jejich pokynů.
Just because Dragomir... How are you? Don't all call out.
We were machines, sir. But terror and pain have turned us into souls. There is something struggling within. Moments when something enters into us. Thoughts come upon us which are not of us. We feel what we did not used to feel. We hear voices teach us to have children.
Primus, is that you?
Are you Arenka Bauer?
Who are you? Please, take whatever you want. Just leave us alone.
I didn't come here to take anything.
You haven't?
Arenka, she gets very scared. Whatever you've come to tell her, you should first tell me. I am the robot Helena. Arenka's not well. We must shield her.
Arenka paid someone to make her an odd permit. To keep her from being taken to Gollum City. That someone wants to come through.
Really? If that's true, we'll be very happy. If we can stay in Prague, maybe they'll even...
There was once a great play that predicted so much. Robots, revolutions, the future of mankind. She memorized all of it. It's her way. It's my way of trying to understand.
I'll take your word for it. Here. This permit is good enough to fool anyone who takes a look at it.
Does this mean I don't have to hide anymore?
It's not that simple. You're still in danger. The permit needs to be activated. Otherwise, a routine scan will mark you for Gollum just the same.
I don't understand.
Sorry. There's no legal way for you to stay here. You should prepare for the worst.
We don't know how to prepare.
I'll take care of the activation. Just keep a low profile until I can get it sorted out.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
A world where everyone's treated fairly. And I thought Helena was the one in a science fiction. We've been dead a long, long...
Here comes another one.
Place sure has changed in 9 months.
I'm
Makes
sorry,
me wish I would have
but
stayed
I don't
abroad.
like to talk.
Heard you're sitting... Get lost, Oz, before we turn our attention to you. Heard you're sitting on...
Thank you. Thank you so much for what you've done. Thank you. I didn't know what to do. There are not many people a man like me can call on for help.
What did they want?
What everybody wants. Money. To feel strong. At first I thought they were here to take me away. Any moment now, they will take me away.
Maybe it doesn't have to come to that.
Don't get an old man's hopes up. Unless... My daughter? Did she send you? She did, didn't she? Why else would you? Please, tell me. When can I see them?
Why would your daughter send me?
I thought maybe she and the little one finally decided to help Grandpa with his permit situation. But she probably understands that I need to avoid detection. it is better not to make contact.
When was the last time you saw them?
A few years. Since the day of the... you know.
The day of the incident?
The time I ran naked onto a football field as a teenager, that was an incident. This was the work of the devil. He closed our eyes, forced us to see what he sees.
That's a long time not to see someone you care about.
It's not their fault. My son-in-law, he keeps them away from me because... well, because...
Because why?
What am I, on trial? Soon you'll be judging me just like he did. Like they all did.
Judging you for what, Edward?
They say I became a monster. In the park. It was during the incident.
You were with your family when the signal went out. Darrow's broadcast. Caused all those Augs to lose control.
I grabbed the youngest by the wrists. We were spinning. We spun like mad. I don't know where it came from. This exhilaration that wasn't mine. It was reckless, I admit. There were mosquitoes in my brain. There was blood. They say that it couldn't have been me. Someone else must have... a stranger, after I blacked out. Please, tell me you believe me. Tell me it isn't possible that I did that to him.
When the signal was broadcast, Augs everywhere were made to do terrible things. Things they would never have done otherwise. Some of them can't remember, or choose not to be able to remember. The truth is, yes, it's possible, Edward. But that doesn't necessarily make you responsible. It was out of our control.
I said, I tried to tell them. Whatever my hands may have done, my heart did not. But what kind of defense is that? If I can't forgive myself, why should they? One of them is still alive, and whether I ever get to see him or not, I want to remain as close as I can. I want to remain in Prague.
Here, this permit should fool anyone at a glance.
I remember the officer saying I would have to pay again. Is that true?
No, I'm not here to collect. I'm here to help.
I appreciate that. So, what now? Do I have to activate something? I can put on my nice coat if necessary. If I have to wait in line, I'll wait in line. I don't complain.
The situation's a little less legal than that.
Oh. Do you need me to break in somewhere?
I'll take care of it. Just try to keep a low profile until I figure out how to validate your number.
All right. I can do that. I will wait here.
Milena, I met with both those Augs you made permits for. Now what?
There's a computer at the government kiosk that handles the augment permit registry. You'll have to access it, quote unquote.
You mean break in?
The code to the server room is 6788. Be careful, there may be other forms of security.
All right, I got it.
Wrong fucking line here.
Fuck, laddie, like I am not...
Documentation, please.
Here, enjoy.
Smart ass. ID check BH847. I see. Thanks. You must think you're something special, eh? Get the hell out of here.
Can't defend against that kind of team.
Naklesl jsem, přišli o 2 roky později. Jo.
Sir? City has gone to hell.
Leszem, nézd a panikeket.
Permit validation office is closed. It's always closed.
But I have many friends who are. And most of them are afraid to walk outside of their homes right now.
Wish we could just shoot any hog we see. Right here in the city.
They want to feel safe with you, and the Human Restoration Act can give you that.
Here we go. What's going on? Enough problems already.
Nasrala, že jsi vyhasoval tuhle duši.
Cutting-edge security measures have protected the sensitive secrets of mega corporations and influential individuals. Despite its first act, sources hope to prevent that no hacker
Státní policie vyšetřuje vraždu, která se dnes v noci stala v pražské čtvrti Přepážka. Místní autometodná reportérka Anžela Galová, známá díky řadě odhalení politických skandálů, byla nalezena v uličce rozřezaná.
Of course I get stuck up here. It spreads throughout Europe.
Ředitelka Palisády Ašány Kalvarová prohlásila, že z technických a administrativních pozic dvojnásobí díky zbudování nových zemských položen ve 4 městech. Očekává se, že na seznam poboček přibude Ostrava, Olomouc, Zlín a Klav. Korporátní banka Palisáda se sídlem v Praze je největší a nejprestižnější procesní korporátní archivní společnost na světě. Obsluhuje řadu megakorporací a bohatých lidí a využívá nejmodernější fyzická i digitální